creativity,
ideas,
innovation,
change,
leadership,
development.
youth in entrepreneurship. Only on
Radio Riyaz 96.8 MHz.
Welcome back. You're listening to 96.8 Nepali ko Awaz Radio Riyaz. My name is Avilasha Rai Maji and this is Youth in Entrepreneurship. We have Sabona Limbu with us. She's the founder of The Art of You and we are having a really interesting conversation. So we've talked about Art of You and now I would like to ask you how do you define success and what would be success for Art of You?
Well, there is success to me is not a momentary achievement. I feel that success is like a journey, and within that journey, what we face in life and what we are building and creating towards success is the learning part itself is success to me. And many times we know that people who reach success, they are lost and they're confused after they reach a point where they have reached their goals. That part. And that way, I think people have confused success. I feel personally that success is when you keep learning, you keep moving forward, and you keep building and creating. For me, that is the definition of success. And to build success, one has to really first is be open to learning. One has to educate him or herself to know more and fill themselves with knowledge. And second is to implement, to practice, to put it into action, and third is to see that whatever strategy and whatever plan and whatever desires, passions you have is actually creating a productive result. So, and the cycle of success should not stop. I feel that people should keep making it another step larger, keep building it, and learning should be the ideal idea. I mean, should be the definition of success to me. Thank you.
Okay, so we have a session where we will give you random words and you have to say whatever comes in your mind first.
Okay.
So are you ready for it?
Well, yes.
So what comes into your mind when I say youth in entrepreneurship?
Youth in entrepreneurship, achievement.
Okay. The art of you.
Courageous, okay.
Okay. Art of you means courage, having the courage,
yes,
right?
having the courage,
yes.
right.
So what do you think about the social sectors of Nepal?
Being helpful and helping.
Beauty pageants.
A platform to learn more.
So beauty.
In everything.
Family.
Trust.
Love and relationships.
Growth.
Dating.
Knowing the other person more.
Okay. So, are you dating someone right now?
Not really. I've been really engaged, but trying to build a proper plan for Art of You right now. So, my dating has kind of
stopped?
Not stopped exactly, but
paused.
I mean, I've been more engaged with creating the Art of You. Yes.
So we have paused that for some times now.
Well, yes, I guess for this momentary period of growth.
I'm asking you this because a lot of people might be interested in knowing your relationship status right now.
Okay, wow.
So, your best friend?
Plenty. I have plenty of best friends.
Okay, so would you want to name any one of your best friends?
Well, particular one is not as such. I feel all and each of the friends I've made, I find this bonding with each of them, with their personality and with their presence as such. I think we have a separate kind of bonding with each individual. So I feel like everybody is a very good friend to me. But
they'll feel really nice and special if you take somebody's name, right?
Well,
if they're listening the show.
Of course, I mean, there's just not one person I can name because I feel...
So you can name plenty of them.
Okay, I can name plenty of them.
Yes.
Well, the closest to me, my friends Preena, Rubina, Suzanne, Sonam, Sange, and I have a lot of sisters also who I call as friends, and Shreyadi, Dikshati, and there are plenty more.
Okay.
But I hope I haven't missed out as such. But well, all of them, they have been really encouraging and supportive, and we are very honest to each other. So we are our friendship is as such that we always call ourselves the modest critic, because we are not pretentious of something that we don't like. We are upfront about what we like and what we do not like, and we always find some way to engage at it. Of course, I have friends who are studying in India right now, so they're like Shreya, Neha, and all of them. I feel there are many of them that I know, and all of them have their beauty in their own way, and I know I've missed out plenty more, but they know, of course, that I'm thinking about them right now.
So I'm sure they're listening to you and they're smiling listening to you. So,
yes, hopefully.
Or
they must be laughing.
Yeah.
That's what
Your strength. What do you think is your greatest strength?
My strength has always been my mother. My mother, she's a single parent. I've been raised solely by her, and looking at her independence and looking at her, I've really admired her from the time that I was a little girl. She's always taught me to be independent. She has always taught me to be courageous. And like I said earlier, she has shown me the right part of education is by pushing myself to explore all limits. She has led that, and I feel very fortunate, because a lot of times I look around and I see a lot of constraints in like in certain ways, but my mother, I'm thankful that she has let me be what I want to be, and she has never stopped me from doing the things that I want.
Okay.
Yes.
So we recently also celebrated the Mother's Day. So how has your experience been? How did you celebrate Mother's Day?
Well, of course, it started with my mother, of course, and well, I spoke to her. I gave her a note saying that I love you, and
Wow.
I will be there for you always. I want to be there for her no matter what, and I want her to not feel that she's ever been alone, that I'm there always with her.
Oh, that is so nice
Thank
of you. And what is your greatest weakness? What do you consider as your weakness in life?
Weakness. There are a lot of times that I've kind of figured out a way of handling weakness. So there can be times where you feel pressured, where you feel like something doesn't work your way, and you feel less motivated, and you feel like backing out sometimes, the situations in his life as such. But I've learned to embrace weakness and try and figure out a way, instead of trying to overpower weakness by saying, oh, I'm strong, I'm independent. I look at the situation and I try and understand it. So I embrace my weaknesses. I learn from it. I learn from situations that have taught me more lessons for growth. So there isn't like one particular reason what is definitive meaning to me of weakness. But my one friend, she always, whenever at times of weakness, she always gives me this quote by Benjamin. She says that things that hurt instruct. So I've felt like many times in situations where I've overcome to weaknesses. So there's this phase that you see that, oh, you've learned more after you've learned something.
Yes, that is so beautiful. Embracing, weakness is, I think, one of the very good quality that a leader has, because a lot of time people think weakness as a bad thing, and then they do not try to embrace it. They try to avoid it.
Yeah.
But avoiding something, your problem cannot lead you to
like the saying that
yes.
problem always has a solution no matter what. I think that we have to stay there long enough to try and figure out instead of avoiding it. I'm sure a solution will probably come up.
So now another question is, define Sabona in 3 words.
Independent, inspiration, and want to be filled with aspirations.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty good one.
Thank you.
Now, at last, would you like to give an advice to the aspiring entrepreneurs?
Well, I feel that in today's time, we should always, the definition of success is not just encouragements. It should be aligned to a lot of practical and like sort of like a growth mindset. What I feel is that people should be open to growth mindset. People should create certain strategies and certain plans aligned to their desires. So if you have a passion, something, just having a passion is not going to work. We really have to figure out a way to make that passion into an action and implement it in actually having and then getting a positive and productive result. So my short and sweet advice would be to all entrepreneurs is to first have a definitive structure of what you want to achieve. Your purpose, your passion should have a proper mission, vision. And second thing should be making it significant, making it productive. And third is, of course, learning and learning and learning. You have to learn more to know more.
Yes. Okay, so that was a really good advice from a young entrepreneur and a young thinker like you. And at last, would you want to ask me a question, since I've asked you so many questions?
Sure. I would like to ask you a question regarding do you see the art in you? It's my question to you.
Okay, thank you. That's a very beautiful question. I definitely think that I am an artist, and every person has art, beauty in them. So I definitely see a lot of art in me, a lot of potential in me, and I would definitely want to nourish that art and nurture it to something more beautiful.
Thank you for getting the meaning of art of you. That's exactly what I was trying to define. The art of you is like that we have a lot of variations within us, and to bring that out, we really have to see that passion, that desire within us and implement it in action. And hopefully this message reaches to as much as audience, and they do not give up on a dream because of doubt, because of self-doubt, because of how the world perceives them. My sole and true message to all budding young people and all entrepreneurs and all people who want to reach success is to not give up, but to still find a way of implementing those passion correctly and productively. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sabona, for being here on the show. Your presence has definitely made this program more beautiful. And I really admire that. Thank you so much for being here.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And thank you for listening to Youth in Entrepreneurship. We'll be back next week, Sunday, 5 to 6 p.m. with yet another guest and a beautiful episode of Youth in Entrepreneurship. Keep listening to Youth in Entrepreneurship. And we would also like to thank our photographer, Vipin Ale, and our technical support, Bhuvan Paudilji. And we'll be back next week for sure. Till then, take care. Have a great time ahead. Bye-bye.